Live with Bob Hansen, Tom Luchak, Sean O'Malley, Adam Fitzgerald, and Andy Van Meer. This is Buffalo After Dark.
Hi everybody, welcome to Buffalo After Dark. It is our second Thanksgiving special, November 24th. Right now, Adam will probably be in a little bit later, and of course the rest of the crew will be here later, but for right now, you've got me and Buffalo Bob. How's it going?
Woo! Good. Happy Thanksgiving. How are you?
Yeah, you too. Things are good, and it's nice because I'll finally have the rest of the week off and just can kind of relax and enjoy things.
Yep. And just one other thing. I'm reading off a Snapple cap here, and it says pigs can get sunburn.
Nice. And then I think your mouth's going to get a little sunburn later too, because I know you brought out the hot sauce again.
Here it is.
Yep. Anyone who watched our Thanksgiving special last season remembers what happened in that episode, and it was about 3 hours of pure hell for you.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, we'll leave a link in the description.
It's definitely there, all 3 hours, and you actually did it a couple times where you ended up going hotter, and then even more hot.
Fuck. And you know what? Instead of a chip this year, I'm going to use mozzarella sticks.
There you go. A little something different.
Yeah. But in general, though, I'm going to wait till we have a bigger crowd to do this.
Yep, absolutely. But
I'm not looking forward to it.
I gotcha. You'll be all right. Hey, guys, if you want to jump on, we're going to be here for about the next hour or so. 929-205-6099 gets you on the air. Of course, we're live on Facebook and Facebook chat right now. So if you want to drop us a line, or better yet, give us a call. We're here. We can talk hockey, and that's going to be where we start tonight. So, of course, Buffalo Sabres right now, they're down 4-1 against Boston. It's not pretty lately.
Jesus. I mean, this team okay. I have so many quirks with that goddamn team. I don't know where to begin with them. First, they were up 1-0 tonight against the Bruins, and then it just goes boom, 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 boom. And they just gave up 4 goals in the first period. And Boston's like, oh, how cute. You're up 1-0. Now it's our turn. And then they score 4 goals. And then on Sunday against the freaking Rangers, that didn't help either. And then they got blown out by Columbus. Jesus Christ.
I don't even want to relive that Columbus game.
No, I don't either. The worst one to me was the freaking Ranger game where they were about to go to overtime, and Taj Thompson decides, I'm just going to give the puck away with 1.4 fucking seconds left to go in the third period. And the Rangers end up beating the Sabres.
Right. And that's the thing with the Sabres lately. They've had a lot of games which are very winnable. And it's just, we blow it in the end.
Maybe this team just straight up sucks, no matter what you give them.
Well, we know our goaltending is not all that great lately. And, I mean, it also doesn't help when Eric Dell is up here.
Oh, God. I can't with this team. I just cannot. It's getting so bad that I read a report earlier this week that the Sabres, according to Ellie Freeman and Jeff Merrick, both of them were reporting the Buffalo Sabres are indeed looking for a goaltender, and they are looking for options. And 3 options have come up thus far, and that being Jake Allen from Montreal, Brayton Holtby from Dallas, and Mikko Koskinen from Edmonton. So those were the 3 names that are being brought up as possible options for the Sabres.
Yeah, and let's break it down a little bit. I mean, the first person that we talked about, and this was actually in our pre-show, Koskinen is not somebody that you're in favor of seeing up here.
No, me neither. I'm not the biggest Mikko Koskinen fan. I mean, I know he keeps the Oilers in certain games, but he's not a number 1 starter. I'm sorry. I just don't see anything with that guy. Jake Allen is in his mid-30s. I don't mind Jake Allen. I mean, he's been both a starter. He's been a backup. He's a Stanley Cup champion. I would take Jake Allen if I had the option to. And Brayton Holtby, same thing. He's been a backup recently, and he's also a former starter, and he's a Stanley Cup champion. So I think with Brayton Holtby, I think it would make a little bit more sense. But if it came down to me, I would say either Brayton Holtby or Jake Allen as my starters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's kind of how I would look at it. I mean, both of them do have good experience. I mean, they've both won championships. They know what it takes to win in the playoffs. I mean, the H side goes to Holtby, but both of them have fairly similar playing styles. I mean, they're both going to be upgrades. And especially, I mean, with Craig Anderson, I mean, the problem that we run in with him is that he's been inconsistent over his career. He's had some great games and some really good seasons. Then he's had some periods of games where you want to take it back.
Right. And I don't think it helps anybody at this point, because when you look at the status quo, the Sabres are just an utter fucking mess. And just from looking at the Sabres right now, I know they're trying to be competitive, but they don't have the tools. They're stuck in limbo as far as like pieces are concerned. You're not going to win shit with Craig Anderson, who's injured, by the way, and he was probably the best free agent signing, surprisingly, next to Vinny Hinostroza. And then on top of all that, Aradell fucking sucks, and Dustin Tokarski looked like Dominic Hasek for a few games.
Right. Yeah, and let's relive that game that that the Sabres had against what was it, Detroit, like earlier this week, or
oh my god,
where basically what ends up happening is that Tokarski bailed the Sabres out.
I feel like he's been like a stonewall at this point. I think if Don Granato was smart, I think they would have just kept Tokarski and then Anderson. But Anderson obviously is injured, so there's no way of stopping that whatsoever.
Right.
The team is just banged up. They have pieces that we can look forward to, like JJ Petetra, Jack Quinn, Owen Power, Peyton Krebs. These are young kids. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Devin Levi. The Sabres are just going to have to suck for a little while. And it's looking more and more and more likely as the days progress. And you've heard me say this. I said the Sabres at some point were going to come back down to earth and they were going to suck ass again.
Yeah, and we knew it was a matter of time. One thing we do have to look forward to, though, is that, I mean, Jack Quinn's development in Rochester, I think, is a little bit quicker than expected. And he's just been playing lights out. He's been making some great plays in games, and he's actually been able to dominate some games this season. And, I mean, him and Peterka together have been playing very well. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see Quinn up here on a consistent basis. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we see him at some point this season, given the current state of the Sabres, how beat up they are. And with the fact that, I mean, we're missing literally a good portion of our lineup. But Quinn has definitely been getting the job done. And he could be up here before the season is out for possibly an extended period of time. And then Peterka, I don't think will necessarily spend a whole ton of time up here this year, just because I do think that he does still need a little bit further development, but I really like a lot of what I'm seeing from him.
I mean, I think another player that's been making a huge impact is Peyton Krebs. Ever since he got traded, he's just been skyrocketed since he got traded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice addition to the Amerks. And he's been fitting in very quickly. He's been doing the job day in and day out. And he is going to be somebody that I think really is going to become an impact player for the Sabres, especially once he comes up. I mean, really, we have some good depth in Rochester right now. And actually, I want to say, our Rochester reporter, Jeremy Macbeth, if you're listening and you want to jump on the show, we would love to talk the Amerks with you, because I know you're down there and you see the games and you actually have some firsthand knowledge of what's going on. So Jeremy, if you want, call in or jump in the chat and, you know, we'll talk about some Amerks hockey here. But I mean, it's just really nice to see at least we have an idea of where we're going. And I will say, Dylan Cousins has been playing well this season for the most part. And I like a lot of what Hinostroza's been doing. And even Robert Hadd defensively has been playing pretty well, and he's not afraid to drop the gloves.
No, not at all. I also think I should give my hat off to Taj Thompson. That guy has been stellar this year.
Yeah, he definitely improved compared to last year.
I remember people were giving him all kinds of shit, basically saying that he wasn't going to turn into a good player. And I think without Jack Eichel, and this just might be a me thing, but I think the team, despite their record, I think that they've been playing a lot better and a lot more competitively, like an actual team without Jack Eichel.
Right. Well, the other thing is they don't have Jack Eichel to rely on. So I think it was addition by subtraction in a sense, or getting rid of Eichel really caused the team to really look at themselves and actually figure out, hey, we need to up our game if we're actually going to try to win some games. And look at the contributors now.
Well, that's not happening for the time being because the team just fucking sucks. And on top of all that, everybody's pretty much injured. I want them to make the playoffs, but as of right now, I just think that it's a bit of a long stretch.
Yeah, well, the problem is we have no depth. I mean, we virtually have no depth on the big club.
Yeah. At this point, I just don't know what to think of them. I mean, as much as I want them to, make the playoffs and make adjustments, they have to suffer for a little while. And unfortunately, I know a lot of Sabres fans don't want to hear it, but that's the truth.
Yeah, we're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of hockey, let's talk about the Quebec Nordiques.
Yes. And even better, it might be bye-bye Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is getting very interesting. It went from 0 to 100 like that. But there are some takes that are being mentioned by Elliot Freeman, and I would love to talk about this. So with that, fasten your seatbelt, grab a snack, and enjoy. So we have from Jeff Marek from Sportsnet, and I'm quoting, by the way, Jeff Marek is reporting that Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly is planning to talk to Francis Legault. If I butchered your name, I apologize. He's the premier of Quebec City. He's the leading politician. He runs the province. But anyway, so he was talking to him about over a possible Quebec Nordiques return. And yes, we did talk over the phone. We don't have any meetings planned. Always interested in talking, and we're obviously pleased with what we have now. And there would be some consortium of investors to bring the Nordiques back, and not just one group. So if they want to bring back the Quebec Nordiques, they're going to have to bring in more than one investor to make this happen. And the government is also may invest their own capital plans into the Quebec Nordiques project, which would be upwards around $1 billion. Right? $1 billion to keep the Quebec Nordiques in place. And then Elliot Freeman said this on his show, the 32 Thoughts podcast on, Monday? Yeah, Monday. He said, and I quote, about Quebec City, I think it's a political stunt in a lot of ways. I don't like political stunts. I don't have a lot of time for politicians. I think you tug at people's heartstrings, and I don't like that. What do you think the damage is to the Montreal Canadiens if the Quebec Nordiques were to come back? And Jeff Marek says, you think there'll be a damage? And then Freeman replies, you don't think there would be a significant financial impact on them? And Jeff Marek replies with them saying, all I think about is the rivalry. So there's an iffy momentum swing going on right now from the Quebec Nordiques. So I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, first and foremost, I would love to see the Nordiques back. I mean, and second, I'm young. I'm old enough to still remember, and it's kind of funny. I'm going to be 40 this coming summer. I can remember the rivalry between the Montreal Canadiens and the Quebec Nordiques, and they had some awesome games back in the day. And of course, I mean, there's always the massacre that everyone remembers, which was basically where he had over 10 players ejected in one game. But the two teams, yeah. And a lot of people remember that. But here's the other thing. I mean, the games that they played, it was always the Battle of Quebec. It's something that you wanted to see. And the two teams just hated each other. I mean, it's even worse than Calgary versus Edmonton. Quebec Nordiques and the Montreal Canadiens, they hated each other. So,
oh, yeah, obviously. I mean, Quebec was pretty much like a bully, and the Canadiens were the villain at the time. So It almost makes sense to bring them back to Quebec City.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to watch it. And the big problem that they ran into, besides money at the time, and I know that Batman always wants to talk about the Canadian dollar. Oh, it's not worth this. Well, Quebec City also did not have a modern arena at the time. And when you look at when they ended up moving, I mean, you had an older building with Le Coliseum de Quebec, which is now no longer there. It was the Pepsi Coliseum, which got torn down, I think. But Quebec City, they replaced it in 2015 with the new Centre Videotron, which is basically an 18,259 seat hockey arena that sells out for Quebec Major Junior Hockey every night.
Wow. Well, I definitely think
18,000 players for Quebec Major Junior Hockey.
Well, I definitely
it's a hockey market.
Well, I definitely think it's a possibility. I mean, when you dig about it, because if you could bring back the Winnipeg Jets, and I know that situation was way different because the Atlanta Thrashers were in financial trouble, and the people that bought the Atlanta Thrashers didn't give a shit, even if they owned them, and they only bought the Thrashers because it was part of a package deal to get the Atlanta Hawks. So they're like, well, if this is the case, nobody remembers the Thrashers in hockey. And I know I know it had its fans, but they just did not have the fan hunt to keep the team. Yeah. So, and you bring it to a strong Canadian market like Winnipeg, who now has a brand new arena that's been there for about maybe 15, 20 years. On top of all that, it's the smallest arena in the league. And the Jets, I assure you, will be, unlike the previous regime with the Winnipeg Jets, they're going to be settling in for a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah, and that arena sells out every night, and they've made improvements to it. I mean, the building is not that old. Same thing with Quebec. I mean, they have a brand new building, and it was built to NHL standards right from the get-go because they built it because they wanted to have an NHL team come back. So just with what they did alone and how they maintain it, I mean, it's considered to have some excellent sight lines, and it's got some of the steepest seating you will find, which is purposeful to allow people to feel like they're on top of the action. And it reminds me of the old Odd back when that was open. I remember seeing games there when I was a kid, and I'll admit I almost got choked up watching that thing torn down when they had half of it torn open and you could see inside it. And it was just like memories watching like games there and seeing like just like all the history and everything. And it's just I have some of my best hockey memories from there, and there's just a really cool building to see. And that's actually one of those things. If that building were still there, man, you would have loved to see a game in there.
Yeah, I would have loved to, but unfortunately it got knocked down by the time I met you. So it didn't really apply to me anymore. But as far as the Quebec Nordiques are concerned, I would love for them to come back. But again, I kind of agree with Elliot Friedman. This politician, I forget his name already because I don't have any faith in any sort of politician, no matter who you're with. They are a bunch of liars. And I honestly think that if you're going to make a sincere impact to bring back the Quebec Nordiques, you have a golden opportunity right now to negotiate with the NHL to relocate the Coyotes. Because we spoke on it last week on the show about how the Coyotes could potentially be moving to Chase Field as a temporary home, and they want to build a brand new stadium in the state of Arizona, not in Tempe, not in Glendale, and not in Phoenix. So how are you going to get this brand new stadium is beyond me.
Right. And especially with Chase Field now, the Arizona Diamondbacks want a new stadium, and Chase Field's not even 20 years old. And it's got a retractable roof on it.
It's so stupid. Like, and better yet, you want to embarrass your state, not only your state in sports, but just your state in general, by putting your hockey team in a fucking baseball stadium.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. One thing I will say to anyone that's listening possibly from Quebec, if we have anyone listening there, it's like throw the vote a Casa de los Nórdicos de Quebec.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
How's it going? Well, I took 4 years of French.
Not much. What I miss?
Well, we are talking about the possibility of the Quebec Nordiques coming back to the NHL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you want, we can give you some of the details. So what happened is Tom and I are in the middle of discussing about this, and we just broke the news that the Quebec Nordiques, Bill Daly, the deputy commissioner of the league, spoke to the prime minister or the premier of Quebec City, or just the province of Quebec, and he was talking about possibly bringing them back to Quebec Nordiques. And the government in Quebec is looking to invest a brand new project to bring back the Quebec Nordiques for over $1 billion. And Elliot Friedman, who's a popular insider for Sportsnet and TSN for the NHL, etc., is basically saying that he's not in favor of this because it's basically a politician playing as a politician, trying to tease people into bringing money into the province and then bringing the Quebec Nordiques back.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Yeah, and the Coyotes on last week's show, I reported, at least that was being said, was that because the Coyotes are not being helped anywhere, they're getting so desperate that they might have to move to Chase Field, a fucking baseball stadium in the middle of Arizona in January.
Oh,
Next season.
jeez.
Yeah, it's insane. But then we were also talking about how the rivalry between the Quebec Nordiques and the Montreal Canadiens would actually be a good thing for the league, because them two teams, up until when Quebec moved, I mean, them two teams hated each other. We were talking about the massacre game. We were talking about a lot of what we saw in the early 90s. And I mean, them two teams, it was literally, I mean, there was always a fight in every game. And it's just those two teams took provincial pride in terms of winning the specific game.
Right. So we're just going over the basic details of latest news across the league. And I really wanted to talk about the Quebec Nordiques because I think it's going to be an interesting topic from within now to the next couple of years. It really just depends what happens with the Coyotes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Lord knows what's going to happen with Arizona, but I would not be surprised if there's possible filing for relocation. I mean, I just don't think that Phoenix in general will support all of those teams. Now, They don't support the Arizona Diamondbacks that well, and they haven't played well since the big unit played there for a few years and got a World Series title. But ever since then, one of the Arizona Diamondbacks been relevant. One of the Arizona Coyotes been relevant in the NHL. Never. Only as much as Bettman wants them to be, except for one season.
Well, the only two successful teams in Arizona right now are the Suns and the Cardinals.
Right. Well, the Cardinals finally fixed a lot of their problems, so they're finally playing well, and they got a new stadium that they needed. The Phoenix Suns finally rebuilt themselves, and now they're in the playoffs the last few years, and they've actually been playing pretty well. They're a fun team to watch.
Yeah, I don't watch basketball, but I've heard the Suns were pretty good last year.
Yeah, Chris Paul is back too.
Well, that explains it. So what do you think, Sean, about all that with the Quebec Nordiques? Like, do you think that the NHL could pull it off, or do you think that that a group of investors should step in to help out? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, given the history, I believe the NHL might be pushing the idea of Quebec having a hockey team again.
I mean, bring back the Quebec Nordiques would be huge for not only revenue, but for the league itself.
Yep. And revive the rivalry between them and Montreal. You know, that'd be big money right there.
Oh, absolutely. That would be like must-see TV. So
yeah, absolutely. So I'll just say to our Canadian friends, Los Nórdicos de Quebec de vuelta a casa, detrás de los Coyotes de Arizona de una vez per todos.
You understood that, right, Sean?
No, I don't. I don't speak. Well, wait, that was French, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was French.
Translation. Bring the Quebec Nordiques back home. Get rid of the Arizona Coyotes once and for all.
Bro, I haven't learned French since middle school, and that was freaking years ago.
Yeah, but there's two different forms of French. You have French.
I know, and French Canadian. I know.
Yeah, French Portuguese.
French Portuguese.
And then you have
French Portuguese.
Yeah.
Brazil. Never heard of that.
Mm-hmm. Never either. I never heard of that either until just now.
Wow. Yeah, Brazil, South America.
Interesting.
Actually, it's interesting. Some of the people
I gotta look that up.
My office speak that.
Interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's almost like a hybrid between Spanish and French.
Yeah. And can we what was I gonna say? Can we bring up that ugly ass Devils jersey that got revealed this week?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
what were they thinking?
Yeah. Actually, guys, if you're watching and you want to comment on the ugly jerseys, give us a shout, 929-205-6099.
Good gosh.
Do you want to bring up the picture real quick and show it up on the screen for those who have not seen it?
Oh, yeah, I can bring it up.
Dude, this thing is so ugly. Like, it almost made me want to bleach my eyes. That's how bad this is. Okay, that's like you can legit make a meme out of this. Imagine making a jersey that just says jersey. That's like wearing a hat that just says hat, or a beer that says beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the jersey.
Look at that ugly thing.
Yep. and reported on sportslogos.net. Basically, it disappoints with an unwhelming new third jersey.
This is what I think of it.
My eyes. My God. Let me look at that thing. It's literally.
Gosh, man.
Literally look looks like ass.
No. You know what that reminds me of? Now that I'm looking at it, it reminds me so much of the the Chicago Blackhawks jersey from the Winter Classic a couple years ago when they played Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this looks like to me. And I know their excuse is going to be, oh, we wanted to use the old tradition of Newark hockey. I'm like, well, Marty Brodeur was the one who designed this jersey, and he should be embarrassed. Legit. You are embarrassing your state and your team by just making a black jersey that specifically says Jersey in script. Why would you do that?
I don't get it.
I don't either. I would have been more on board with it if the Devils took their logo and put that on their jersey. I think that would be a lot more interesting. But no, they wanted to be fucking fancy, and they just thought, oh, let's just put the word Jersey on there. Like, that's so stupid. Like, I don't understand the logic here.
Yeah, even Nico Heischer can't even look at the camera because it's so ugly.
I mean, would have been too much to ask if they put in New Jersey instead of just Jersey.
See, I would have liked that. Like, I know that
this 100% better.
Way better.
Way better. I would have liked that a lot more. But they went with that stupid Chicago Blackhawks knockoff.
Right.
Jeez.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know. I really don't get how anybody would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the comments.
Hey, look at it. And Bobby, you mentioned it. Newark Bulldogs used the Chicago Blackhawks uniform.
It's so ugly. If I'm the Blackhawks, I honestly would sue the Devils. I honestly would. I would sue the shit out of the Devils for a trademark in their jersey because that looks way too identical.
If I'm the Devils, I just burn the jersey.
There's like no. I don't know. I wouldn't say though. I would say this jersey though is not as ugly as the yellow alternate jersey the Sabres had a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, take a look at this right here. It's okay to be inspired by older styles, but this time it's almost an exact copy. This is the Blackhawks from 27-34 without the waist stripes.
Oh,
yeah, imagine that. Imagine knocking off another team with no shame whatsoever. It's like, how do I describe this? It's like that one kid who goes up to you in school and says, hey, can I copy your answers on your test? Oh, sure, just don't make it too obvious.
Yeah.
For sake.
Oh, yeah. And someone uses someone's puking after they saw the jersey.
That's just disgusting. I don't like it whatsoever. I actually met people who I personally know who actually like that jersey.
Mm.
I don't get it.
But yeah, the jersey's ugly. And
no.
I'll say, thanks to sportslogos.net for having the pictures up there and of course with the comments as well.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the Seattle Kraken because there's been some news about them lately.
Oh boy. Okay, first off, for the time being, the losing streak is over. That's great news for me right now.
You feel better?
For now, we got the Hurricanes tonight.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I saw the record.
I know we're gonna hear about it on the Kraken tomorrow.
You will not hear the end of that game until like later tonight.
Yeah,
that's just hideous. Look at this. If you go on NHL.com right now on their app, look who's in first place. Freaking Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been quietly rebuilding.
But I'm sure we're dead last in the freaking conference.
Oh God. Dead last in the conference?
I'm sure we are.
You're 1 point ahead of
I forgot Arizona. I forgot. Is it Arizona?
Yeah, it's if the regular season ends today, the Islanders, the Canadiens, the Kraken, the Coyotes, and the Senators would all be in the bidding for Shane Wright for the first overall pick.
Oh boy.
My fucking Lord. I don't get it whatsoever with these people. I mean, Seattle will just beat Washington, who's one of the better teams in the league, with Alex Ovechkin, and now you're playing the Carolina Hurricanes in Seattle. Have fun.
Yeah, well, we'll try.
And yet they got smoked by the Coyotes.
Yep. And I read today that Nathan Bastian got put on waivers today.
Wow.
Yeah, I found that out today.
After we played 12 games?
Yeah, something like that. And Arthur Staples, who's an insider for the New York Islanders, is reporting that the Seattle Kraken have already scouted the Islanders twice, and they're already looking to negotiate with the Islanders in a trade. And talks are that Mark Giordano and Vince Dunn have been linked to the Islanders.
Oh, so there you go. So you not only get rid of your team captain, but you also get rid of one of your best defensemen.
Why would you name Mark Giordano the captain only just to trade him? Why would you do that?
That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
I would have given the honor to someone like that's actually, freaking decent, like Jordan Eberle. I would have given it to someone else. I would have done that. I would have even given it to Brandon Tanev if I really wanted it to.
Tanev, I like what he's doing.
So do I.
I mean, he's a good player. I mean, he's not afraid to drop the gloves, score, do everything, and keep the plays going. I mean, why would you? Well, I guess my first question is, Seattle, why would you want to get rid of Vince Dunn, who's one of the better defensemen in the league? Number two, why would you want to get rid of Giordano, who's one of the established vets in the league? Come on, guys.
Like, I understand getting rid of Giordano because, he's like 37, 38 years old. He's an old man in comparison, but Vince Dunn's like 25 years old. You don't trade a young defenseman like that. Come on.
Build around Vince Dunn.
Jeez Louise.
There's a lot
I don't know what to say about that.
Too.
Like, just don't trade Vince Dunn. That's all I'm asking.
Don't trade him.
Do not trade Vince Dunn. It's very simple. And speaking of the Islanders, since we're on this topic, can we just talk about their recent outbreak? Jesus. I don't know if you saw that.
Well, not only is like 99% of your team injured.
Fucking A.
The other problem is you've got half your team out on COVID, and the other half of the team can't stay in games. And they're 0-2 at UBS since it opened.
Oh, man.
I know. It's like, Jesus.
But I will say congrats on a really nice new arena, though, because that place looks really good.
Yeah, I'm excited for sure. I'm actually trying to get tickets for the Islander Buffalo game on December 30th, and I'm looking to get tickets for the Islander Kraken game on January 29th. That's the game I'm looking to get.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see. I mean, and that's definitely one to watch.
Absolutely. And the names, for those who are curious, the names that got either on COVID protocol or are injured, the names that are injured are Adam Pelech and Ryan Pulak. And you can also throw on Brock Nelson. So the other names that we're throwing in there are Josh Bailey, Kiefer Bellows, Zdeno Chara, Ross Johnston, Andy Green, and Anders Lee are all on COVID protocol.
Jeez.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Nope.
And it even got uglier today. Is there was talks that the Islander Ranger game was going to get postponed tonight, and luckily it didn't because the NHL said, well, Gary Bettman's like, well, I don't think it's necessary to cancel the game because of an outbreak, but we are fully aware of the situation. Like, what the actual hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't with these people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean,
there's nothing to tell me because the Islanders, they all do this to themselves. It's nobody's fault, but it's like, Christ, man, come on.
Oh, all-time score too. The Rags are leading the Islanders 1-0 with 16:39 left in the first.
Fuck.
Jeez.
So, yeah, just to give you that idea. And I will say this, though, at least now from what happened, Chris Kreider actually scored the goal at 29 seconds of the second period. Got assisted by Strome and Fox.
Fuck him and fuck the Rangers.
Yeah, but even worse, the Sabres are still getting blown out by Boston right now. So it's still 4-1, but that's at the end of the second. So just to kind of give you an idea, the real-time game stats are brought to you by NHL.com. Bruins are leading in shots 29-22. The Bruins are destroying the Sabres with hits, 22-14. 9 penalty minutes to 7 in favor of basically the Bruins are in the box more than they haven't been. And then basically the time of possession is getting dominated by Boston right now also. So it's that game right now, it's like all I can say is it is not a good night out for the Sabres at this point. And I mean, they got to find ways to actually win. So basically, just to give you an idea of how the scoring happened, 10:56 in the first, Kyle Okposo assisted by Asplund. Then, of course, Patrice Bergeron from Pasternak and Marchand, Charlie Coyle unassisted, David Pasternak from McAvoy and Bergeron, and then Mike Riley at 19 minutes of the first from Foligno and Zaboral.
They're so embarrassing. Like I am so done with them at this point until they get their shit together. I am so done with them.
Yeah, Takar's between the pipes tonight too.
Yeah, I will say this though to Sean is that have you been hearing what's been going on with the Vancouver Canucks lately?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, I think you're in for a treat because the Canucks look like a freaking shit show right now. Like it's not even funny. Where do I fire this loose cannon? Where do you think I should start?
Start wherever, man.
Okay, let me think.
Better than me.
Okay, now I know where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the upper management, and it's going to go from, downwards from there. So basically, it looks like this. So the Vancouver Canucks and their fans are protesting from Francisco Aquilini, the owner, is looking to fire Jim Benning. So Jim Benning might get fired. Head coach Travis Green might get fired. Brock Besser might get traded. Elias Pettersson is already bitching to the Canucks that if you trade my boy Brock, I'm going to be pissed. And then on top of all that, 2/3 of the entire Vancouver Canucks roster is in jeopardy to be traded. And one of those members of that team is JT Miller, and his name has been rumored lately to be traded to the Minnesota Wild in a package deal to send Kevin Fiala from the Minnesota Wild to the Vancouver Canucks. So, in other words, they're looking to blow up the team in the middle of a panic button in the middle of the season instead of having to be patient and wait till the trade deadline.
Damn, man, what the hell?
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine you're so fucking mediocre that you had to press the panic button so hard that you're already looking to destroy your team.
Jeez.
Yeah, imagine that.
I guess this begs the question, what scenario is worse? Vancouver wanting to destroy 2/3 of their team, or the Pagulas that are in perpetual mediocrity for the last 10 plus years?
Well, they're both equally bad, but right now I'm going to say the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, from the way it sounded, yeah, I picked the Canucks.
Yeah, look at this. So this is the Canucks record in almost 20 games in. 20 games in, the Canucks are 6-11-2 with 14 points, and they are 278 points below 500. They are nowhere near playoffs.
Oh, man.
They're 7 points behind Nashville, and they're 8 points behind Vegas. This team is a joke. I don't even like the Canucks. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't mind them. But Jesus Christ, they are so bad. It is ridiculous. Like, they are so bad right now that the Canucks, as we speak, are ranked, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the league as the 7th worst team in the league. 7th.
At least they're not Arizona.
Well, Arizona is its own level of bad. Seattle is an expansion team, so I have to give them a break. But Arizona is a friggin' shit show. No questions asked. It's been a game of executive hot potato in the last 10 years with them.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even catch up with any of these guys. Like Vancouver is an absolute shit show right now.
Well, remember when they had the little kid GM for a while that basically hadn't been in a league that long?
Wait, what little kid GM?
No, that one GM that they had, it only lasted 2 years.
What, the Canucks?
No, the Coyotes.
Oh, John Chaika.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out he's a scout for the Devils.
Yep. Couldn't cut
He's
it
an
as a GM.
He's an asshole. He's never getting a GM job again. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So let's move on to football. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
absolutely. Let's get into it. If you guys want to call in, 929-205-6099 gets you on with all of us. And of course, a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's just get it over with.
let's just
Bills.
extend this holiday special by ranting about the Bills, and I saved the best topic for last.
Yep. We're bringing that back this year.
Oh, fucking A.
Where
Let's
do
just
we start with
let's
the
just-
Bills?
Oh,
it's a holiday, may as well enjoy it.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
A. All right.
I guess my first question, how is it, and I went off about it on Sunday when I ended up going live for a half hour, but you have Matt Breida. Why is it that you only ran the ball 8 times the entire game?
are you kidding me?
8 running plays. That's
I have,
all
a
we
better,
had.
I have a better question. Why are they unable to stop the run?
Yeah.
I got an even better question. How the freak did Jonathan Taylor become a one-man army? 5 touchdowns, all those
185
touchdowns they
yards.
scored, it was all him, 4 of them on the ground. How?
You think that's bad? Guess how many points this fucker got for one of my buddies who I work with at my job? Guess
I
how
don't
many
even-
points he got him? for
Yeah, I
fantasy?
know. I got blown out.
I don't even want to know.
51.30 points in fantasy alone
crap.
by himself.
Yeah. I got
Everybody
blown
that
out.
had the dude on their fantasy team were floating on cloud 9.
Mhm.
Jeez Louise,
Literally,
man.
after that Indy game,
Ugh.
I couldn't even look at my fantasy team because it's like I already knew I got blown out.
Oh God! I mean, I won my fantasy league this week, but
Yeah, I had Josh Allen as a QB, and the 3 interceptions killed me also.
And look, Tremaine Edmonds being out for the game is no excuse. I don't care what anyone says. No excuse whatsoever for one guy to destroy us like that.
Right. Or how about the fact that Cody Ford still can't block?
God, don't get me started with him.
or the fact that wait. Here's my favorite part. Let's talk about the fact that half of this fucking team is on COVID protocol. Think about it. Starlo Jalele, COVID protocol. Spencer Brown, COVID protocol. Who else? Jake Kumerow, he's on COVID protocol. Isaiah McKenzie sucks this year. It's getting to the point where Marquez Stevenson could end up taking the job over him.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez Louise, dude.
Then Tyler Bass missing 2 field goals.
Oh,
Jesus. I could not bear to watch that game.
I looked. There were a few times where I felt like I was going to throw up. No joke.
I almost
Yeah, I
threw
felt
something at my
I
TV
could
a
not
couple times.
stomach how bad we played.
Right. But I guess the bigger question is, Brian Daboll, how can you not be ready against cover 2? This is the second time it's happened this season. First time was Jacksonville. Second time is with Indy. And your team sucks against the cover 2 because of the fact that you've got 2 deep safeties that can't cover anything.
Oh, it's a learning process. No more excuses.
My ass. Learning process, my freaking ass.
I mean,
That was
Daboll,
so-
you're in the box.
Mm.
You can see the field. How can you not be ready to play a cover 2 defense?
I need to walk for a second.
Yeah, go ahead. So in general, though, it's like, oh my God, like how do you compensate that? Seriously, and
Right.
your offensive line sucks. The defensive tackle position is so wiped out. Starlin Tulane being out on COVID protocol. That's 2 games he's missed already. He helps big time on the run, and he's out. And on top of all that, friggin' Spencer Brown, who Bill fans are now starting to say he makes a big impact on the offensive line. He's better than Cody Ford, and I'm almost willing to bet that Cody Ford gets cut by season's end when this is all said and done.
I was gonna say he better get cut because I'm sick and tired of seeing him on there when Spencer Brown's 100 times better and cheaper.
For real, man. And Spencer Brown's a rookie. Keep that in mind.
Exactly.
But I do think
Gosh, man.
what's going to happen is the Bills are going to be drafting a handful of offensive linemen in the upcoming draft. There is no
Oh yeah.
excuses for that, and I think Brandon Beane knows this.
Right.
Oh yeah. They
mean-
need to.
Yeah.
Holy
I mean, and this
crap.
was one of the things we actually talked about on Sunday. It's like here's your cover 2 defense. Look at you're stacking like 5 in the box, and then you've got two two deep safeties. You can't even cover them.
No, you can't.
The fact that Tom actually pulled that out is just absolutely great effort.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
It
lie.
says a lot.
It's like you got two deep safeties that can go either way, but it's like, how is it that you have two deep safeties? You're playing that zone. You don't even have assigned man-to-man coverage, and you still can't cover it.
Yeah, this is just fucking insane. The fact that we're sitting here talking about this game. I'm not gonna lie though. I missed that whole first half, and it was because I had simply no choice. I had to go to a pre-Canada mass meeting, which went on for the first hour of the game, and I missed it because of it. So I missed that whole entire disaster. But I saw the highlights, and I saw Josh Allen's interception. I saw Isaiah McKenzie's critical fumble on that kickoff return, which gave the Colts life. That's one of the reasons why they blew them out to begin with. And on top of that, Andy on our group is basically saying, oh, they lost because of the weather. No, Andy, the Bills have a stadium for over 50 years that was designed for snow, wind, and rain. Suck it up. The Bills played like garbage on Sunday against Indianapolis.
Exactly.
No excuses for the weather. I don't ever use the weather as an excuse. Ever.
Yeah.
No, never.
I don't ever use it.
And we got New Orleans tomorrow. Even though New Orleans got a few problems on their own with injuries, still.
And guess what? And I found this out too, is that 2/3 of the Saints offense, including Alvin Kamara and Ryan Ramczyk, two of their best offensive players, along with Michael Thomas, are out for tomorrow.
Yep.
And there's also talks too that Mark Ingram is not going to play either. So the Saints are probably in a worse situation than the Bills are in right now.
Very true.
You know what? Let me ask you guys something. Let me ask you guys something.
Sure.
Which of these two Bills loss is the worst to you? Jaguars or the Colts?
Easily.
Which one you said?
Indianapolis.
Well, yeah, anytime you have a single running back put up 185 yards and 4 touchdowns on you, I mean, that's a bad loss.
Actually, Tom, it was 5.
Well, 4 on the ground, but you get. Well, I got you. Yeah, I gotta agree with you with the Colts loss. Holy crap, man!
You cannot, under any circumstance, let one guy run the show, and that's exactly what the Bills did.
They laid an army.
Our number one our supposedly number one defense in the freaking league you got embarrassed. I've never seen a defense get embarrassed like that in my life by one freaking player.
That's how you really feel, Sean.
Oh,
are you okay, Sean?
Don't kick me off, bro.
Even the microphone was basically saying how much they sucked on Sunday with the feedback. I mean, the Bills defense, come on. It's like, Bills defense, how can you not play a cover 2?
Like, I saw that. Like, I turned off the game to deal with my closet. I was helping Brittany with some Sunday errands, and in the middle of that game, Brittany was, we were building a rack for our closet, and I wanted to kind of get away from it. So we were putting up our Christmas decorations and stuff like that. So I'm just like, all right, let me just get on with this. And then I'm like, I see the touchdowns by Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, who scored twice, by the way, which I have both of them on my fantasy team. It's like, good fucking for you. Maybe if you did that in the first half, you wouldn't be hitting this situation. And then, of course, we're going to hear compliments and pessimism about Josh Allen saying, oh, he's not the guy. He's not this. He's overrated. I'm like,
F off with that crap.
Yeah, those are the bandwagon fans talking. I know that for a fact.
That's what the pocket, as long as he has protection.
Because bandwagon fans are a bunch of sore losers. They can't handle the hardship that real Bills fans went through in the last 30 years.
Like this loss, this was my literal reaction. Listen.
Fuck me in a fuck you, you stupid cunt. Fucking that.
That was my legit reaction in my mind. I wanted to drop so many F-bombs, bro. It's a miracle. It was a miracle I didn't.
Yeah,
my TV still is in one piece.
Yeah, I almost took a baseball bat and literally whacked my TV. That's how pissed off I was.
I was at that point, literally. I'm like, Bills, how can you do that?
How?
You let one person destroy your defense.
Hold on a second. Let's get Brittany's reaction on this.
Literally, no excuse for that.
What'd you think of the game on Sunday against Indianapolis?
Here's Bobby's soon-to-be wife, Brittany.
Didn't really watch it.
Yeah, because we missed the whole first half. Yeah, where did you come from?
Upstairs.
Oh,
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, Brittany, let's hear your uncensored take on how bad the Bills were this Sunday.
Yeah, go off as much as you want.
Please do us a favor.
Okay, well, the honest thing is, well, Bobby and I, we didn't see the first half because we had a church thing we had to go to. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
And the other thing was, he never turns off the game no matter how mad he is. He turned it off. What'd you do? Like the last maybe 10 minutes of the last quarter, he turned off the game, which he never does. So that says a lot of how pissed he was.
I actually turned it off in the end of the third. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Man.
Yeah, I turned it off, and then I looked back because I was checking my fantasy points, and then I'm like, oh, goody, Josh Allen scored a touchdown. Who cares? And then the next thing you know, I sat that game. I'm like, all right, I need to calm down. And what's even more embarrassing, which we haven't even discussed yet, was the fact that the Patriots reclaimed the AFC East for the time being.
Oh, Jesus.
Gosh.
In fact, here we go.
Literally adding insult to injury.
That's just freaking beautiful.
Yeah, so this is from Sunday. And some of the comments we'll show you. So we put in here, the Bills get crushed by the Colts and didn't look anywhere close to being a playoff contender. Well, first, Trevor Howard retweeted that. So he's
of course he did. Yeah, freaking blow me.
Yeah, so Dave Henry, because they're not. Fred Cox, nope, they choked just like all the other years before. Nick Lorasella, something seriously wrong with their game plan. Then Dave, the offensive coordinator. Nick is saying Dayball's been predictable. Well, you can't win a game if you don't have a balanced offense, and if you're only running the ball 8 times.
Exactly.
You're not using Breida. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to react tomorrow because as far as I'm concerned, the Saints are legitimately banged up. No Alvin Kamara, no Michael Thomas, no Drew Brees. Thank God for that.
They don't have a legitimate QB anymore.
Say the most pissed off thing about them this season.
The most pissed off thing?
So they can win these phenomenal games, put up 40-plus points no matter who they're playing, like Dolphins, Jets. Doesn't matter. They're still putting up 40-plus points in a game, and then you lose to the stupidest teams in the league. The Steelers, the first game, the Jaguars, and now the Colts.
Yeah, and I think there was a fourth one.
Who was it?
It was the Titans, but that was actually
that was a good game. I'm giving them that.
That was a good game right there.
You're losing to these stupid teams. Not saying that they're stupid, but how those teams have been the past couple of years. You're losing to those teams, but then putting up 40-plus points next week.
Yeah, and then Jonathan Taylor scored 5 fucking touchdowns on the quote-unquote #1 defense.
Those 3 L's should not have been losses.
No, they shouldn't have.
No.
If anything, the Bills should be at least 8-3. Where they?
I had them only losing 3 games. They already blew out my guess of the season.
Yeah,
I think they said
4, and now we're at that point.
Yeah.
But look who they still have to play. They have the Saints tomorrow. They have to play the Bucks. They have to play the Patriots twice.
Yep, and the
But
Jets.
come on, they have a hard schedule for now on.
And then they have the Panthers, which she got flexed to a 1:00 game. Yeah. Then you have big ass lead, and then you have the Jets.
If they lose to them, I'm done. I'm burning everything built.
But we can all laugh about one thing, though. At least we're not the Titans losing to Houston.
Oh God! How did they let that happen? How did they lose to a team like that?
Put up like 40 on them.
For real, we shut them out 40-0.
And yet the Titans lose to them. How the hell do you do that? That's just beyond me.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
got to
boy.
be that has probably got to be the shittiest interpretation
No,
ever.
but that's been like a lot of matchups this season. There's a lot of teams that are
Right.
beating good teams. That's happened how many times already?
right, or even
Yeah,
college
That's happened
football.
numerous times.
Or
I think that
just
happens
get
like
one game
every
in
year.
college
No, but
football
this
here,
season's
and
been like so many.
I
of
will
them.
say, Sean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this to you. You know I love you like a brother, but Georgia Tech losing 56-0 was absolutely insane.
Oh
No.
God.
Oh, forget Georgia Tech. I've been done with them.
Yeah, it's insane though. But speaking of the Bills, though, it was already said, and I already mentioned it, is that the week 15, 3 weeks from now, against the Carolina Panthers, got flexed to Sunday at 1:00, December 19th. That's a week before Christmas. So
Yeah.
I think that's worth something. And at that point, I think if they were to beat Indianapolis, I think they would have gotten the Saturday slide for prime time. I
Right.
think.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's that. So as far as what is that? Ah, it's a scarf.
There you go.
Yeah, I got my Bills
Is
scarf.
your fiance telling you that it's time to do the bomb hot sauce?
No, we didn't get to that part yet.
What happened? What about it?
I'm gonna eat this.
Yeah, you always eat it.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of everybody on my broad TV.
No,
If
you're
anyone's
not.
wondering,
Yes,
we're
I
having
am.
popcorn right now. So
During dinner tomorrow?
No, now. Now.
On what though?
Here.
On what? The mozzarella sticks?
Yes. Not on all of them, just one. I'm gonna take the sauce and I'm gonna dip it in and I'm gonna put it in my mouth. I'm gonna put it on the cardboard.
Is this like a bet?
No.
Just because?
Yes.
Are you guys looking for a reaction from him? He does it all the time though.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You have it so often.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I bring it up, but I don't eat it.
Yes, you do. You're with you.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be living with me for the rest of my life. So yeah.
Eat it.
Yeah, basically. But anyhow, so the Bills are projected to wear blue on blue tomorrow against the Saints. So that's going to be interesting.
There you go.
What else has been going on? Josh Allen is leading the AFC polls for the Pro Bowl among quarterbacks.
I read the news. That's
Yeah,
that's
him and
awesome.
Brady.
That is amazing. Josh Allen leading the AFC and Tom Brady in the NFC. That is freaking charming. Think
Very
about
well
that.
deserved.
That is amazing.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know how anybody would have guessed that at this point. I sincerely don't, but it's also great to see because at least it tells the public that Josh Allen is actually the least of the team's issue.
Yeah. And it's also nice to see that Mahomes didn't even get anywhere half of the that credit there. It's all
Oh
Allen. That's
gosh.
I think someone wants to say something about Mahomes. Did you go upstairs? I think she did. All right, whatever. She hates Patrick Mahomes because because Britt thinks that Patty Mahomes is very cocky and arrogant, and he's gotten way more confident within his ability in the last few years. And because they were so red hot in the last couple of years, making the Super Bowl, she doesn't like that. He's got that swagger.
That's what happens when you get paid like all that money and then you end up turning to crap in 1 year.
I know it's astronomical.
And all in them freaking State Farm commercials.
Yep. Well, I think that's about it as far as news, but I think it's safe to say that we are now up to the moment we've all been waiting for.
Nice.
Oh boy.
And I will put this question up to you real quick too. So of course, Bobby, you know I'm driving down for your wedding. So I want to ask your opinion on this.
Sure.
Drive a Ram 1500 or a Ford F-150?
Wait, what was it? Ford F-150 and what?
Or a Ram 1500. Both are 4-door full-size cabs and a short box.
Ford Ram. I'd go Ford Ram.
Cool.
Did Sean just get left out of the equation?
No, you can chime in on it. What would you pick, Sean? A Ram or a F-150 for a truck?
Oh boy. That's honestly a tough one, to be honest.
They're both good trucks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Both great trucks.
I might go with the F-150.
Okay. So here's what I can tell you guys. So for the wedding, I have my option of either. I let the rental agent know I prefer to take the F-150. I'm sorry, no, I prefer to take the Ram. But if they don't have the Ram at the time that I pick it up, I am going to take the F-150.
Okay.
So, yep. So it's one of those things. I mean, my Jeep, unfortunately, it's got about 155,000 miles on it now. It's almost 10 years old. I just don't want to rack up all the miles on it. Even though it's in great shape. And Bobby, you've ridden in it before, so you know it rides pretty well.
It's a pretty big beast. I'll say that for damn sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this will be even bigger. So, which I was going to say, at least I'm staying on Long Island and not in New York City like I was originally going to do, because I was originally going to stay in Far Rockaway and then drive out.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Because I told you when we had this conversation, I told you to go near, like in the Long Island region. I told you to, where did I tell you to go? I forget.
Well, I ultimately settled on Massapequa Park, so that's
Massapequa Park. That's what it was.
It's not too far. Yeah.
So Sean, when you come down, as I know you said, because I see your Instagram photos with your beer belly, you're like, I'm getting ready for a wedding. I have to be ready. I'm like, yeah, he's definitely coming. So
Yeah, I'm definitely coming.
What?
Nice.
I'm definitely coming.
Well, I'll tell you, Sean, if you come down on the 21st, because I'm going to be there the 21st to the 24th. Depending on what Bobby's schedule is, if he's busy and you want to meet up and we'll go for a beer or something, by all means, happy to do that. We'll drive around in the truck.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, I have to make arrangements with Sean about that because I'd like to get him to go all together at this point. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I sent the hotel link in our group chat too. So
damn
I think we'll get a really nice deal on it for it's 3 days, 4 nights, and it's less than $400.
Yeah, basically. So I guess it's time for me to burn my mouth.
Yeah.
So,
here we go.
Overtime on this show tonight, so we're here for a little bit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, dude, it's Thanksgiving. Enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. We've gone over our normal hour, so what? We're gonna keep going for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, may as well. It's it's our Thanksgiving special.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll make it an hour and a half, whatever we want to do.
And plus, we've already said, and we agreed in the beginning of the year, that if it's a special occasion like this, we extend the show because it's a quote unquote special. So we may as well just do it.
Yep.
All right.
You guys got us no matter what.
Oh fuck. And you know what? I'm gonna take one sip of water and I'm throwing it to the side.
Luffy is in the chat. Says happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Then he's saying screw Ford. Referring to the truck. Luffy, jump on. Call in.
Luffy, get your ass on here. Fuck me, man. I know Adam's been looking forward to this for an entire year. So let me get my shit together because I'm a little nervous. I haven't done this in a while. Okay. All right, boys. And here's my weapon of choice for this year. Mozzarella sticks.
There you go.
And then,
though you just hope that it's not super greasy because your ass is going to be feeling it tomorrow.
Believe me, I'm going to be shitting the birds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go, guys.
There you go. Go ahead.
I want to drop the cap.
Oh, and that reminds me, Bobby, I gotta get your address off the air too because I gotta ship out something to you.
Okay, so I'm not going to spread it here because I don't want to be blackmailed. So
I did pick you up some Bill's Mafia like barbecue stuff. So
get the fuck out of here! Did you really?
Well, I got you 3 different wing sauces: barbecue, hot, and I also got you a mild.
Oh, you're the best. I love you. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's coming in strong.
Yeah, at least you're not that one random guy that tried hitting on me that I don't even know earlier this
Oh God, that story.
That was Lord.
Oh God, that story.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, who is this guy? I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah,
that was a little weird. All right, let me just get this together and we're good to go. Let me just take this out. I need to just get my chair lunged out just in case if I have to go pace around.
I see Trevor's in the chat too. Hey, Trevor, call in if you want to jump on real quick and watch Bobby burn his mouth out.
All right, here we go.
Come on in.
Oh God, I am not looking forward to this.
1992056099 gets you on.
Fuck me. I did this to myself. Nobody else to blame. I know I'm dragging this on, but it's like I'm not. I'm legit trying to get this over with. So is that a good enough, or do you want me to put a little more on there?
Load it up.
A little more?
You know Luffy would tell you that.
Of course he would. He's a little bitch. That's why. Oh God, I'm not looking forward to this. All right, I did to the best of my ability. You guys want to count down for me from 3 to 1,
All right.
and then tell me go?
All right.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Go. Oh my God.
And it starts.
Ah! Fuck. Fucking hell.
Throw some more on there while you're at it, man.
Right?
Go for maximum pain. Or better yet, drink some water and really make it stay around for a while.
Right? How many Scoville units are in it?
Even better. You're burping it now. It means you're really getting it down your throat.
Right?
Oh my God.
Like when I was eating General Tso's the other day at work, and what happened? I ended up biting into a chili pepper, and it went down my throat. I was like, oh Lord. Gotta love DoorDash though, man.
What?
We're from a place right in the city, and I worked in less than a half hour.
Oh my God. This rush. A handful. Oh my God, I'm hiccuping.
All right, come on, man. Keep going. You still got that mozzarella stick. Go ahead and douse it.
All right. Holy crap, I'm hiccuping. Where's my witness? Is this enough?
Hey, Britt, you want them to really load it up?
No, that's good.
All right.
Did you see how much he put on the plate? Like, he's a stick.
Oh, crap.
Look at how much he has on
It's
here.
turning red, man.
Look at that.
Jeez.
There you go.
Oh, crap.
You want some milk?
No.
Gotta get some of that Caribbean jerk sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings. That stuff is like straight heat. Or the Chipotle garlic from Dinosaur Barbecue. Stuff's like just slightly more than devil's stool.
Oh, my eyes.
Dude, your face is all swollen, dude.
Right?
Oh, shit.
Wearing the crimson mask, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, why don't you become a fan of the Roll Tide?
No milk. No milk. I can't now.
Why?
Because it's a challenge.
I town. You said no. I'm not asking you that.
Yeah. And I said, no, I did this to myself. Oh, my
Hey, Brett, how
God.
many more mozzarella sticks does he have?
Oh, what?
He has one stick.
All right, keep going. Down it all, brother.
Finish what you started.
Fuck me. Why did I fucking do this?
Because you love doing it for the fans, man, and you still got another 15 minutes of pain to go through yet.
Right?
Didn't know we extended the show half hour, right?
Okay, he finished his sticks. No more sticks.
Get fucked.
Good stuff, man. Now, if you really want to do it, take like a spoonful of the hot sauce and down it on top of it.
No more sticks.
Oh, gosh.
He actually did that last year.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was just like downing like the spoonfuls on top of whatever he had with the cracker.
Oh my God, this hurts. Fucking God.
Well, even better, the cheese like makes it like really stick in you for a bit,
Need milk.
and then that grease like makes it
Times
like,
if you want milk.
Can I have it now, please?
really go through.
Like now, ow!
No, I'm gonna take my sweet time.
Oh, she's savoring this.
She's doing this on purpose.
Oh, get used to it.
Yeah, think about it, Brittany. In about 8 months, he's your husband. And plus, he'll have to put up with the two of us when we're down there. Although, Britt, you know we all love you. So,
How could you not?
you're a nice person to be around.
Thanks.
Oh, the back of my tongue hurts.
Stick your tongue in the milk. Keep it in the milk.
Well, at least you're not drinking beer right now, because that would really make it hurt.
Oh man.
Is there bread or something?
Crackers.
That doesn't help.
Cookies?
Do you have a donut?
No.
Thick.
Cookie dough.
Actually, I do have a pack of donuts from 7-Eleven in my drawer at work.
Doesn't help. I need bread.
Like a pack of 2 of them.
Yes.
Is it rotten?
I don't know. There's no light in here. I can't see.
Okay. Ah, it sucks.
Ew.
No.
Ew.
Ah.
All right, you're done.
Yeah.
You're hurting pretty good there, man.
That's what happens when we go with 3 fucking rounds.
Want cereal?
Cereal for what? Sure.
Do you want Raisin Bran?
I'll take Captain Crunch. Oh my god. Anything to ease this. Holy crap.
Oh, Trevor wanted to ask you, how about them Bills on Sunday?
Fuck you. I thought you meant like a bowl or something.
No.
Doesn't help.
Well, you did it to yourself, so.
I did say that. Oh my god, this fucking hurts. Next year, you're doing it.
Yeah, I could.
Hell no.
Yeah, you are. You're both gonna do it, and I get to watch next year or for
Okay.
Christmas.
Dude, I'll get even hotter stuff than what you had.
Oh, Christmas. Let's do it for Christmas.
Yeah, I'll get some Caribbean jerk stuff that's like even hotter than the bomb hot.
Hey, look at her eating the Captain Crunch next to me, like it's a commercial.
Mhm.
Wow.
In fact, here's what I could do. I could order some wings from Buffalo Wild Wings because they have like a million sauces. I'll get that really hot Caribbean jerk stuff, which is like among the hottest that they have, and I'll do like 10 wings on air.
Yeah. So do we have a deal?
You guys
Yeah,
should all
we can
have
do
a
it.
spicy eating contest.
Yeah, I'll definitely grab something for it. That's no
Oh
problem.
no. You should do like who can eat the 10 hot wings fastest.
Mm-hmm. Could do that.
Wow.
I could
Wait,
always
isn't there
order what I
Isn't
could
there a
always,
restaurant that does a challenge like that?
yeah, or what I could always do is order like a dozen of smoked wings from Dinosaur Barbecue. I'll get the Devil's Duel or the garlic chipotle on it. That stuff is extremely hot.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. My eyes are burning. My nose is running. I'm a mess.
Do you feel hot?
Yes, I am hot. I feel really hot.
I know that garlic chipotle stuff will definitely make my nose run when I've had it before, and that stuff it tastes really good, but then what happens is that heat just builds up all of a sudden and is like, holy Lord.
Oh
my
gosh,
God.
I'm scared to try it.
Yeah, you better be. 'Cause I'm
I
sending you.
still remember the one time I ate what I thought was a carrot, but it turned out to be a freaking orange jalapeno pepper.
Oh, by the way, Britt likes your hat,
Oh my
Sean.
gosh.
As I say,
Thank you.
seeds and all.
We were looking for that hat last weekend.
Yeah, actually, my dad bought it for me just last month.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Looks great on you.
Oh, funny, actually, I was cleaning out some stuff in
I
my
might-
office here. And
I might wear it for the game tomorrow.
There you go.
No,
I got to figure out what I'm wearing. I got to figure that out. Oh, God.
Actually, the last couple episodes, I brought out this hat, and this is actually from the NHL draft when we had it here in Buffalo. I actually found it, and I was like,
2016.
Yeah, and that was actually the year I met Noah Hannafin at the draft, and actually had a couple pictures with him.
Oh god.
So,
Yeah.
Hannafin was pretty cool, actually.
I think it started to ease down a bit. Fuck. I mean, it still burns, but it's not as bad as it was when I first started.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, you're not gonna like that trip to the bathroom tonight.
No, I'm not.
And the toilet ain't gonna like it.
No, I know.
Yeah,
And better embrace it. To me, my asshole with hot sauce is the equivalent of a kid not liking to eat vegetables for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
Damn, my
What
mouth
is
hurts.
this? What is this?
The bomb beyond it. Scoville units. I think it's like what?
135,000.
135,000 Scoville units. 600?
135, 600.
Who's that?
1,000. 135,600.
135,600 Scoville units.
Oh, I have a perfect song to play.
What? What do you got?
You guys don't do copyright or anything, right? You're gonna get copyright notice if I play a song.
Oh, go. Well, I don't know if it'll be copyrighted or not, but
Is it off YouTube or your phone?
Oh gosh, drowning pool.
yeah. Actually, Drowning Pool, we would probably get copyright.
My nose. So, to wrap up the show, yeah. So let me ask you guys, y'all. So since it's Thanksgiving, I have two questions to wrap up the special. Number one is, what are you most thankful for, and where are you gonna have Thanksgiving this year?
All right. So for me, Thanksgiving is at my sister's. Well, basically it's with her brother-in-law, my niece and nephew, of course. My mom is there, myself. So there's that. Just like I am every year, thankful for good friends, family, success, things I get to do every year. And I mean, can't really ask for anything more than that.
There you go. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I'm spending my Thanksgiving with my parents as usual, and I'm just thankful to be given us second chances, even when there were times I felt like I don't deserve them. So
Yeah. What about you, future co-host?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I guess you.
Me?
You guess.
Yeah, really. You
that's one way
guess?
to put it.
That's something.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm thankful for my fiance. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for good health and good wealth and a hell of a bitches, which is all my friends and family. Oh, she's doing that little heart thing to my face. It's so cute. And then what was I gonna say? Friends, family, good job. Getting married in 8-9 months. That I'm thankful for, and I'm looking forward to the rest of my life. And 2021 has been a pretty good year, despite all of the, problems that are going on in the world right now. And I wish everyone a healthy and happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. And actually, we'll close on one thing too. Somebody decided to come up with a remake of the third jersey for the Devils.
Did they?
Yeah, there you go.
That would be good.
Slewfoot.
They're like, that looks much better.
Yeah, much better. The fact that Jersey got memed is so great, but then again, when you think about it, it's such a joke with how they designed that jersey.
I know.
For real.
Easily the worst third jersey that's ever come out, probably.
In recent memory, yeah, hands down.
For sure. And then pretty much from there, other than that, for people that commented, I mean, thanks for doing so as usual. What we're gonna do is we'll be back as normal next week. We'll just do our regular hour, but we had to throw some extra fun stuff in tonight. So of course, you guys joining us, thanks for doing so. Have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy football tomorrow. Hopefully the Bills will actually do something tomorrow instead of getting destroyed by Indy. And
Hopefully.
really from there, check out the Kraken's Lair coming up this weekend, because I know you've been doing some good stuff with that. And then really from there, I'll bring back After the Horn at some point. in the next couple weeks or so. Just work schedule's been a little tough, so haven't had the time to do it as much as I'd want to, but we'll bring it back. And then
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say, and as for me, I canceled the coffee chat with Buffalo Bob, and Britt and I are in discussions right now as we speak of a plan to do a co-host Bill's show. We don't know the name yet, but we're working on a series, Joe's Leg Dragon's Lair, but it's with Buffalo Bill stuff with the two of us.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
More predictions and reactions.
And all the stuff like that. We're covering all the games. Probably going to start recording our pilot episode right before the playoffs. We'll discuss a date and a name and all that shenanigans pretty soon. And then we'll go from there and talk about the offseason, the draft, training camp, and just basically Bill's coverage.
We can have a little mini kickoff tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
You could do that. Yep.
There you go. Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks like even from the chat they said the Ram 1500 is the way to go. Over the
you love it. I wonder who would win in a race between you and Brittany.
What me having the truck versus what she has, or
yeah, what do you have?
I have a 2020 Jeep Wrangler.
You'd probably kill me off road.
Yeah.
The Wrangler would definitely do more off road than my Grand Cherokee does.
Oh yeah, and it's not big tires. It only has like 32, but
it's better than mine. I only run 17s on mine.
Yeah.
I wanted to lift it like 2 inches, but that's not gonna happen. It's just the lease, so I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did beef up my off-road suspension recently too. I finally threw Bilsteins on there, so I mean that helps with that. Makes it a lot tighter. But I will say that mine's more of an on-roader though.
But the Rams are nice trucks.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking. Eventually, like when it comes time for the Grand Cherokee to be retired, I mean that's what I'm leaning towards is the Ram. So I figured, well, hey, for coming down for your guys' wedding, I mean, I figured, you know what, hey, run a truck for the week.
You know what's a beautiful truck? The Ford Raptors. Those things are gorgeous. And I'm not a Ford person, but I like that truck's a nice truck.
They're nice, but I would say this though, the Ram Rebel with the 702 horsepower Hellcat.
Yeah, Rams are always gonna win in my book as far as trucks. But the Raptors, they're pretty to look at.
Yeah. I will say though, the new Silverado and the Sierra that's coming out for 2022, I mean, they finally put an actual nice interior in there for the first time ever. And for some reason, they decided to throw a BMW automatic transmission shifter in there too. Just like the Cadillacs. So, be interesting. But I do love the new Grand Cherokee interior that came out also.
Yeah.
Did you see the new the Jeep, the Wagoneer?
Yeah, like where it has like all these. I'm trying to think, it has like what, at least like 6 screens on it or something like that. And
it
starts out like $60,000.
It's basically a Cadillac with a Jeep stamp on it. That's what it sounds like to me. But the inside is beautiful though.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't get it because I like Jeep, so I wouldn't get it just because it doesn't look like a traditional Jeep to me.
Right.
And I had the Cherokee, and now I have the Wrangler. So
yeah, they're both nice. I mean, I'm glad at least they threw the 6.2 liter Hemi in there. So for the Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm watching the Iron.
Oh, of course they are. They're getting killed 2-0 by the Rangers.
Oh, jeez.
That's not surprising. But yeah, so I think would be a good time to wrap up our special.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, as you guys see every week, I mean, we're happy to have you here. And I mean, it's interesting. We're closing in on that 100 episode mark. We're at episode 67.
33 episodes, still 100.
Do like a big celebration.
Probably.
And just in, Boston Bruins are on a power play, and they are beating Buffalo 5-1 with 2:03 left in the third. So there's no way the Sabres are coming back in this game.
Yeah, sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we gotta face the top NHL team tonight in Carolina. Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching.
Yep, same here. I'll throw it on a little bit. So
We're praying for you, Sean.
Yeah, pray. Yeah, please do a lot of prayer, please.
Going up against Carolina,
Jeez Louise.
one of the top dogs in the league.
Yep, for sure.
Looking forward to it.
Now, isn't the game in Raleigh or is it in Seattle?
It's in Seattle.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So you might have a slight chance. I mean, if you could be Washington, you could definitely beat Carolina.
Well, hopefully. I would watch it, but I got to freaking go to bed and because I got to freaking work in the morning on Thanksgiving.
Oh man,
Sucks.
Yeah.
are you
Who'd have
have to
thought?
work the full day or just only like part of it?
Oh, I'm hopefully a half day
Ouch!
because I do not want to miss any part of the Bills game.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, boys.
Well,
So
Adam will be happy about one thing though. The Habs are losing to Washington 6-2.
good.
Yeah, exactly. So at least you have that good news, Adam. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us for our second Thanksgiving special. It's nice to be back for the second straight year. In the meantime, have fun with your families, eat a lot, enjoy football. Remember what you're thankful for, and take care of yourselves and each other, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Buffalo After Dark is an HNH Studio production and distributed by Horns and Hooves Entertainment.